Hi, my name is Mark Morek. I'm the COO of CiresiMorek. We're an executive search group that works internationally. And if you're clicking on this video, you are interested in learning more about resumes. Over the last year, we've been having a series every first and third Wednesday on YouTube, and we've gone over resume reviews for specific people. So what we thought we would do is kind of combine everything we've discussed, put a very simple resume format in place, and hopefully this will help you kind of ease the stress of doing a resume, because it is pretty stressful. I've been in search almost 20 years and I hate doing resumes. So with that in mind, some basic things. If you ask 15 people like me what a good resume is, you're going to get 30 different answers of what it is. So for us, we just try to keep it very simple. Some simple things that you want to stay focused on are, there's an objective statement versus a summary statement, right? How long should it be? What fonts should I use? What spacing should I use? Some of those are great questions and some don't matter. Our tenet on this, or our approach to this, is keep it simple. Let it tell a story. This is part of the search process. It's probably 5 to 10%. This is your marketing information. This is supposed to get your foot in the door, ideally. So with that in mind, let's get into it. First off, across the top, you got to have contact information. Yes, in this day and age, I still get resumes that only have a name. Well, how am I supposed to get a hold of you? So, understand that you don't have to put a house number or a specific street address, but put a city, state. Put a cell phone number on there. Put an email address, right? And please don't have your email address something like hotmama1 or, I like to party 6. Use your name, right? Let's keep it professional. Just use your first name, last name, and maybe a number, okay? Keep it simple. You can always forward that email, either a Gmail or a Yahoo or whatever free service, to another email if you'd like. Like I said, have a cell phone number on there. And then nowadays, LinkedIn is pretty powerful, and we'll get into that too in a little bit, but you should have, or if you know how to do it, put the hyperlink for your LinkedIn profile. It makes things a lot easier, and people will click on it, and it'll help you. LinkedIn is incredibly powerful. I'm always amazed, even in this day and age, when people are out there and they're like, oh, I don't want to use LinkedIn. I don't want too much information out there. Listen, your information is out there. Let it leverage you, right? Leverage it in the best ability that you can. So, contact information, it's important. Please have it on there, okay? The other thing is look at your resume. We always use a term called resume real estate, right? You have 2 pages, maybe 2.5. That's it. So I've actually gotten 26-page resumes. That's the record so far. Please, I'm not reading it. Nobody is reading a resume that long, not even a CV that long. So if you have a resume, 2.5 pages is plenty of space, even if you have 50 years of experience. And there's techniques we can get into here, hopefully to help minimize that. The next thing is objective statement versus summary statement, right? There's 2 schools of thought. Objective statement is what you're looking to do, right? I want to be a plant manager. I want to be a director of operations. Summary statements are basically what you have done. I prefer forward-looking, all right? That's Mark's personal opinion. Some people like the summary statements, but I always like an objective statement. What are you looking to do? Let me know what that is, right? Then you can get into, if it's less than 10 years and you've been to some premier schools, the Harvards, the Yale MBAs, and you want to lead off with that stuff and have that up front on the resume, it's a technique. It can go either way. But if you have more than about 10 years experience, it's probably best to put the education experience at the back of the resume, okay? And delineate between an MBA, a master's, or whatever the degree is. You don't have to put what years you graduated on there. It's whatever you're comfortable with. I know a lot of people will be like, well, then they're going to know how old I am. Listen, they're going to know how old you are anyway, right? So, there's so much information out there right now on us that it's easy to figure a lot of these things out. So just be upfront and honest about things. Then getting into your experience. The thing is, just let your resume tell a story, right? Not everybody knows who you are or what companies you've worked for or what your responsibilities were. So let the reader know that. That's your job to convey simply what you've done. And we always recommend put down the company name. Let us know what the company is. Is it private? Is it public? How large? size, scope, responsibility, right? How big is this company? It's $30 billion global manufacturer of aerospace and military defense products. Wonderful. Okay, then tell me what your title is. Whatever your title is, right, the line below that, let me know a couple of blurbs, right, a couple of lines of what your responsibilities were. If you're a plant manager, how many square feet, union, non-union, what did you guys make? What were your processes, right? And it doesn't have to be a real long soliloquy. It could be a couple of lines simply put, right? So just put a couple of lines to explain how many people there were, square footage and processes, and then, multi-site, locations, right? Then below that, bullet out your accomplishments. When you write a bullet, it should be quantitative and qualitative. Give me numbers and facts, right? We do one of two things for companies. We save them money or we make them money. So if you can, use some kind of numbers to delineate that. How much you saved, how much you brought into the organization, right? And just bullet that out. And once you write a bullet, like my metric or my litmus test is simply put, so what? If you write a bullet out, if you're writing out, hey, this is what I've done, this is the organization is better for having me on the team in this specific position, so what? Did you make that kind of an impact, right? So, and then you just keep that theme throughout. Say what the company does, say what the responsibilities are, and then bullet out your accomplishments. So it's very easy. I know resumes can be stressful, but just keep it simple. Don't overthink it. And please, by all means, make sure we're honest, right? So, again, my name is Mark Morek. I'm with CiresiMorek. We're an executive search firm based out of Northeast Ohio. And if you'd like to chat, you could visit us at CiresiMorek.com, or you can send me an email at info@CiresiMorek.com. Thank you, and best of luck.